Hi, I'm Justin Cameron. I'm the NK sales rep covering Northwest Minnesota and Northeast North Dakota.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Brush. I'm the NK seed agronomist for North Dakota, Northern Minnesota, and Northern Wisconsin.
To start off, just a little bit of background information on our product numbering. So your first two numbers are going to be its relative maturity. So this would be a 78-day product. As far as our traits go, on the bottom here, they're all going to start with a 3. The second number is going to be the modes of action on broad lepidopteran species. The third number is your modes of action on corn borer, and your fourth number is modes of action on rootworm.
And then the other thing we need to look at is this letter A. That stands for our artesian trait, and that gives us our water utilization tool. So when it rains, it maximizes the water uses, and it also maximizes the water use when it doesn't rain.
I think before we start on any products, do you want to touch on some of the product breeding we have?
Sure. So a little bit of our breeding on corn. We have the privilege of having a breeder specifically for the earlier maturing hybrids. So if you look at 90 and under, we have a breeder out of South Dakota that specifically looks at that. So that's a little bit of change in the NK breeding program. It used to be out of Canada, so it's kind of given us a refresh on our breeding, and you'll see that works coming into play in probably the next couple years as we start bringing out new hybrids. So a little bit more excitement behind the NK seeds coming forward.
To start off on products, 7837 is going to be the earliest product we offer in our lineup. It's a true 78-day. Some of its key attributes is it's got a penetrating root, so it's going to like the clay, heavy type soils that we have here in the valley.
Yeah, it is our earliest maturing hybrid. I would keep it north, kind of in that zone, because as we push south, we've got better hybrids to fit that. But it does have a very penetrating root. It is a true 78-day, so it will dry down. Very nice for grain quality and test weight.
Our next product, 8005, so this is an 80-day. The one thing I really like about this product is GDUs to black layer is 1810. So this we can really push north. That's more of like a 77-day on the black layer GDUs. The reason we call it an 80 is because it keeps its husk tight and it dries down a little slower. The other key factor with 8005 is heavy test weight.
Yeah, 8005 does keep that moisture in with the tight husk, and that's because of the late season health behind it. It's got a very good standability, strong roots. It's a fibrous root, so we can push it into more of those lighter soils, more into your drought. This is a hybrid that I like to push west a lot just because it holds its own, and you can put it across different variable soils. So it's got a strong stalks and roots, and therefore it gives you just kind of a wider range of placement on this hybrid.
The other key thing with 8005, the sign is wrong there, but 3120 is what it's going to be offered in, and then it is also offered in a straight Roundup bag as well.
Moving on to 8519. This is a true 85-day. This also has penetrating root type, so it's more of a heavy type of soil, but you can also move this hybrid very well south because it'll hold its own. So very good stalk strength, root strength. The one thing about this hybrid, it will flex, so it'll flex in cob length. A little bit different than like our 8005 that does it in the width of the cob. So just a little bit, this moves very well west. So some of the drought type acres, maybe a little heavier ground, it'll move very well onto.
The other key place I like to put 8519 is with growers that are looking for the high yield. As far as wanting to push it, it's got great response to nitrogen in season, as well as great response to fungicide.
So when we move on to our NK, the 8618, this is what we call just kind of that steady hybrid. It doesn't have to, if you're going to flex in population or you're going to flex in fertility, this is a very forgiving hybrid. It's a very high yielding, kind of that fibrous root, modified fibrous root package to it, and then it's kind of a longer 86-day just because it keeps that stay green health of the plant and a tighter husk on that also. So you'll get probably a little bit moisture at the end of the year, but a very high yielding package that can fit variable acres.
8618 is also very well known on heavy test weight. So in years that we've had lighter test weight, it's been 8618 and 8005. 8005 here share parents, and they both have the heavy test weight in them.
Okay, we'll move on to our last one that we're going to talk about, and that's 8881, kind of behind me in the background. That's a very good overall defensive type hybrid that can go across multiple acres. It's got a flex again in the ear, kind of in length, but it's a true 88 day. It'll dry down like every other 88 day. It's got very good roots and very good stock strength to hold on to that late season health.